Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to Livestream Tuesday. This is the time of the week where we go live, see who's in the house, who's in the comment section, and also play through a few videos as well. I hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend and that hope that Monday wasn't too bad for you, that you survived it. Obviously you did, because we're Tuesday and it's downhill to the weekend from now on. So let's have a look in the comment section, and Carla's the first one in the house tonight. So hello Carla, thanks for joining me tonight. And I don't think that there's anybody else in. Rose has just joined in as well. Hi Rose. And I think there are other people in there because it says there are, but at the moment we've just got a couple of people, just Carla and Rose in the house. And we've got Batfink Reynolds who's just joined in, and Nancy. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in, and thank you everybody from Patreon for coming over. I always say that I'm going to be online in about half an hour over there. They get a bit of a warning, so thank you guys for joining me here. And also I want to get the names going along the bottom of the screen because they are relevant, because I was just talking about my patrons coming over from Patreon, and these are the names of the people who make this all possible, and all of my analysis videos and my covers and all my music and all that stuff. It's all down to these amazing people going across the bottom of the screen here. So thank you guys so much for your support and just for making this all possible. But we've got a few more people coming through the door. If you can leave a like as you come through as well, that would be fantastic, because I think last week we made it to 200 likes in about 35 minutes, which was a new record. It was certainly a hasty achievement in terms of getting there at 35 minutes, because I think sometimes we haven't even got to 200 before. So thank you guys so much for hitting that like button last week, and if you can do it again this week as well, that would be great, because it really helps the video to get out there for people to find about this channel and watching the analysis videos and all that kind of stuff. It really does help to promote the channel. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We've got Jeff in the house, and we've got the Psycho Bob, and we've got JAH and Swamper60 and TN Moppy and Jason, and just while TN Moppy is in the comment section, head over to Facebook if you want to join in with the Wings of Pegasus supporters group, and that's just called Wings of Pegasus supporters. So you can head over there and get involved with that group and just join it, and TN Moppy will allow you in, and then you can just discuss anything you want musically or anything Wings of Pegasus related. It's really up to you. And straight away we've got a bit of action, and this is in the super chat, whereas now it's called the viewer activity window, but I'm going to still call it the super chat because that's what it used to be called. And Rose has donated $5 already. Thank you, Rose, for that. And she says, weird random question, do you like Brussels sprouts? No, I don't. I think Brussels sprouts I just have never liked, so I never ever eat them, not even at Christmas, which is traditional to eat Brussels sprouts, but I just don't like them, unfortunately. So I just have everything else but that. So thank you, Rose, for that question and for the donation as well. And thank you everybody for tuning in tonight and for being in that comment section. I haven't seen anybody in there in terms of Kathy. We might have tonight because she's one of the moderators and she's the deputy, and Laurie is the sheriff. But Laurie sometimes, well, last week was saying that maybe we need a little bit of help in the comment section, because now I just realized that literally just before I went live it went over 73,000. Was that right? 73,000, or is it even more than that? I think I've actually lost count of where we are and what we're doing. But thank you guys so much for subscribing, and it's great that it's hard to keep track of the amount of subscribers that are going on, but thank you guys so much. And it's 77,000. Wow. So thank you guys, everybody, for subscribing. I knew that it was a big number, but I obviously underestimated how big it was. So thank you everybody for watching the videos and for subscribing to the channel and for commenting on the videos as well, because that is just a crazy number. It's great. I mean, fingers crossed it will keep on going up and people keep finding the content that I make interesting and also find the analysis videos interesting as well. But great news. So yes, thank you everybody. Over 77,000, and it's because of you guys in the comment section, because you are subscribed and you comment, and it really helps the channel to get publicized and other people start getting involved and subscribing as well. So thank you everybody who's watching now and everybody who has commented on the YouTube videos and the analysis videos as well. Let's get into the first video. This was requested over on Patreon. I always have a little question, or at least requesting suggestions for tonight's show, and this is the first one. It was my live version of We Can Fall Down from my live stream, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to be in the comments section as always while this is playing. I'm going to jump in there now and again, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock!
I got
So that was my track called We Can Fall Down. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and thank you everyone for commenting. And also we've just had, whilst that video was going on, 2 more super chat donations, and we had Kieran Cooling who donated €2.29, and that message was, "Hey Phil, who's your favourite Beatle?" And that is really difficult to decide in terms of having a favourite. I think, well, George Harrison lived really close to me in terms of I went to college right by the gates to his rather large mansion house. So George Harrison was a great songwriter, just this really nice guy. I mean, they were all nice guys, but I think deciding is going to be impossible, because how can you look past the songwriting as well? I mean, just across the board, George Harrison as well, but Lennon, McCartney, but also Ringo being such an underrated, well, not underrated, but maybe underappreciated drummer, because some of the stuff that he did on the drums was so, I wouldn't say unusual, it was unique because of the way that he played drums, playing them the other way around, because he's playing a right-handed kit and he was left-handed, so he did everything the opposite way and the opposite direction to how normally people would drum if they were right-handed on a right-handed kit. So he was unique in it, his drumming was unique in itself. So just all of them. So I'm sorry that I can't answer the question more decisively, but as you could probably tell from the videos that I do, I just look at so much talent in one band, it's so difficult to just pick out one person. But thank you so much for that donation and for the question. And we also had a donation from Carla as well, and that was $4.99, and Carla says, "Sending you hundreds worth of leather bracelets." So thank you for that, Carla. I think Carla's going to inundate the Royal Mail of the UK with bracelets by the sounds of it. So thank you, Carla, for that and your donation. And if you guys in the comment section, if you can leave a like, that would be great, because we're aiming for 200 likes tonight on this live stream, and I think we were up to 70, so I don't know if that's still the number, but if you could help raise up that like count, that would be great and would be massively appreciated, because it helps this live stream to get out there more, but also just for the channel to get out there more as well. And I'm now going to turn your attention to what I'm wearing, because I did say last week that I'd ordered one of my own t-shirts from the YouTube tray that's underneath the videos, and this is the shirt that has arrived. This is my Wings of Pegasus t-shirt. So if you want one of these yourself, you can order it straight underneath the video. I think it might be there on the live stream, I'm not sure, but these are exactly what you will get. So this is it. I mean, it's a really nice shirt to wear. I like it. It's not very heavy, which means that when it gets warm, you don't get too hot in it. So it's great as well. But Teesprings do a great job with these t-shirts. So you can order one of these. And there's another design in the pipeline. I have been hard at work designing a whole new logo, and it's taken me ages. I'm probably going to get into that over on Patreon and just bore all of my patrons with the story behind this month's whole logo fiasco that I've been going through. But I just want to say as well, let's have a little look down here, because we have Janice who's donated $50 in the super chat. Thank you so much for that, Janice. Massively appreciated. She is a serial donator, like so many of the people already in the super chat donation section. So thank you so much for that. The message with Janice's donation is, "There's nothing like listening to Persistence when I'm working. Thanks, Phil." So thank you for listening to it and for buying it in the first place, Janice. Much appreciated. And thanks for that donation as well. It really does make a big difference. And this is something that I will be telling my patrons about this month in terms of the support and the donations on YouTube as well, how they have especially helped me out with sorting out my logo and the things that I've been trying to do this month in terms of getting another t-shirt. And I was low on t-shirts, and then I totally ran out of t-shirts, and then I thought it's been the same design on the t-shirt for a while, even though, it's cool, I like it. This is now the classic t-shirt, and we're going to have another version of it, which is going to be the 2019 t-shirt, but that's going to be out soon. But thank you, Janice, so much for that. And I'm just going to probably move on with the show and get into the next request that we had over on Patreon. And Rose did request that I do some ZZ Top, but I've had a few requests as well throughout the week for The Boys Are Back in Town. So that's the one that I'm going to go for in terms of the cover for tonight's show. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will be in the comments section again, and I will catch you guys after this performance. So I will see you in a few minutes. Rock! Hello, Phil here. I'd like to say a massive thank you to you for watching my cover of Boys Are Back in Town by Thin Lizzy, of course. Thank you for the suggestion in the first place. The names running up the screen here are my patrons, and I'd like to say a massive thank you to you guys for your support, making videos like this possible, and also making the videos I do every day on YouTube possible as well. So a massive thank you to you guys. It's really appreciated a lot. If you want to get involved yourself, head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, and if I don't see you over there, then I will see you guys at the next video. Rock! So that was my cover of The Boys Are Back in Town, and I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And I left it going, in terms of that video, that's just straight from YouTube, so you can see the names that are going along the end of the screen. Those are my patrons, and that's what happens on the cover videos that I do. That's where the patrons' names get put as well as on the live streams here. So another massive shout out to those guys. And now for KADJ, I'm going to say spike the likes if you can. If you can hit that like button, that would be massively appreciated. And that was requested that I say that because KADJ said, I think he mentioned it earlier in the live stream, but unfortunately I haven't said it yet, but there it is. So if you can give that thumbs up a click, that would be massively appreciated, and we'll see where we are. I think we're at 144 and we're just past 20 minutes. We're trying to get to 200 within 35 minutes because that was the record that has been set in terms of the fastest 200. So that's, I guess, what we're trying to break tonight with that record. But it doesn't matter if we don't, but even if we just get up to 200 at some point in the future, then that's great as well. So thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. And I'm just going to mention again this t-shirt that I've got on. It's the one that has been ordered on the tray underneath this video. So you guys, if you did try and order a shirt and I was out of shirts for a few weeks, probably about 1 or 2 weeks ago, there are now shirts, so they are available, just so you know. And let me just bring up on screen as well the super chats, because we had another donation and it looks like I lucked out because I thought that Rose had requested ZZ Top, but Rose says, actually I did request Thin Lizzy, so thanks, very happy. Wish I could give more, but still paying off a guitar and car repairs. Thank you so much, Rose. $5 donation, and don't worry, you don't have to give me any money. Any donation is massively appreciated, but it's not essential. You don't have to send me any of your money. Just spending a Tuesday night with you guys is cool for me, and it's also great just to interact with you guys in the comment section as well, and to see you in this live setting, so that it makes a bit of a difference from the other YouTube videos that are just recorded and then uploaded. And also hello to my patrons, because I'm on Patreon every night as well, just checking out messages and answering everybody's questions over there. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to look in the comment section. We've got TN Moppy still in the house. We've got Last R Day 7 and Nancy Barnhill and Robert and Samar and Batfrink Reynolds and KADJ, and KADJ says I show the record at 314. So that might be the record. That's a lot of likes, but we'll see how many likes we can get up to. We've got 150 people watching, so if everybody hits that thumbs up, then I think maybe we will hit that like of 200, that record within well, maybe within the next 5 minutes, who knows. But I'm going to be moving into the next video now, and this is going to be my acoustic version of a track from my album called Persistence, which is available on iTunes and Amazon, and the website wingsofpegasus.com/store. That's where you can find all my music, and you can download tracks individually, or you can buy the whole album if you want to. But this is an acoustic version of a track from that album. So on the album, it's got everything on there. It's got some keys, and it's got guitars, and then we go heavy with guitars. It's got vocals and harmony vocals. So this is very much an acoustic version of my track that's called Amelia. Just before I get into that, we've had another donation, and this is Yu, and it's 600 yen, I think. I still haven't had that confirmed if it is or not, but thank you for that donation. And the message says, hi, most of the time difficult watch at live time in my country, but enjoy watching video, great music and guitar plays. So thank you for that, Yu, for that donation, and thank you for tuning in. I'm not sure where you are tuning in from, but I can tell it's from somewhere very far away. So thank you for joining me, because it seems that the times might not correlate very well between where you are and where this is going out live, but thank you so much for that donation and for the message. So I'm now going to play this video. This is my live acoustic version of Amelia. What happened was, if I remember this correctly, and it is the same video that I'm about to play, it should be me with me behind me singing along with myself, harmonizing. I think that's what this video is, but I think I'm starting to get too many videos, so I forget which ones I've done and what version this is. But hopefully this is okay. It might have an intro on it as well of me talking, and if it does, then I apologize, but let's just get straight into it. I'll be in the comments section. I'll see you guys after this. Rock! Alright, Phil here, Wings of Pegasus, and I had a little bit of spare time, so I thought I'd whip down an acoustic version of a track called Amelia, which will be on the album once it comes out. Now I've decided to sit on the squeakiest chair ever. Hopefully that won't affect it too much. Now the idea that I've got in my head is to play along like a version now, and then play along to that version afterwards, and then hopefully sort of sync it up somehow. But it should work. In my head, I think it's going to be fine. So let's see. Talking, Amelia, Amelia, how could you leave me on this way? I knew I should have stayed away. Amelia, Amelia, there's nothing more left to say. It's time to go our separate ways. Say the time is a healer. I don't believe what they say. I'm broken anyway. Ever since we parted, all this pain has started. It's never ending. On a roll, this emptiness. Each time I try to get inside, you're on my own, no time for talking. Amelia, Amelia, how could you lead me on this way?
Cheers.
And there we go. That was my track called Amelia. I forgot that at the end I just say cheers. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That's from my album. It's a live version, as you could tell, but the original track on there, as I said, is a bit more involved. So if you want to check the album version, then head over to, well, iTunes, Amazon, but also wingsofpegasus.com/store. If you go to my website, it means that I get all of the proceeds from that album rather than iTunes and Amazon taking their cut as well. So that would be great for me if you could go straight to my website. But I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we've had another donation here, and Rose has donated $5. Thank you, Rose, and serial donator for tonight. A beautiful version, this is the message, beautiful version of a beautiful song. So what song could be by anybody hits you emotionally? There's so many. The problem that I've got in my head is that there are so many songs. I don't know. I'm not really too much of an emotional person listening to music because I listen to so many different aspects of the performance. Like in terms of with the analysis that I do every night with different bands and different songs and different writers and different artists, I think I tend to analyze, but then sometimes I just like the song. Like Bohemian Rhapsody is one of those tracks that you listen to and you don't really analyze, or at least I don't personally, even though I was specifically asked to look at that video very early on YouTube. But it's that kind of track where you listen to the story or you listen to the lyrics, and especially the way that the song starts, because the lyrics are so unique and are so interesting straight away. So I think more than getting emotional, I get really interested in a song, and I love listening to the story of different songs as well. And that's why doing a lot of singer-songwriters on my channel in terms of analysing them, it's great to look at some songs and kind of dive a little bit deeper into them, because sometimes you can glaze over the top of it because it's a great song and a great singer, but then the lyrics actually really mean something as well. So yeah, in terms of getting into songs emotionally, I don't particularly do that because I think my mind's quite analytical as well, but occasionally there will be those songs that are just great songs, just masterpieces. And it's something that I said about More Than a Feeling by Boston when I analysed that recently, because that's just one of those tracks. When I first heard it, I was young enough to not really know anything about music and production and stuff. I just knew that it was amazing and I just loved everything about it. And then when you get older, you realise why you like it, because it is just so amazing on all fronts. But thank you, Rose, for the question and for the donation. And we've had another donation, and Mr. First has chipped in with his normal comment of knickers spelt with a K, which is correct, and a donation of $2. So thank you for that, Mr. First. Good to see you back here. And also in the comment section, I think at the moment the deputy and the sheriff are off doing other things, so at the moment I'm having a little look. We should have Neil in the house here somewhere, and if Neil can make himself known in the comment section, that'd be great as well, because then he can help with the moderation. But I think you guys are pretty good in the comment section. Nobody's going crazy, so thank you guys for being so respectful and just getting on so much. It just really does help with all these live streams, because I think especially over 77,000 subscribers now, there'll probably be a point at where some trolls come in just because they're looking around for channels that are moderately popular to invade, and thankfully due to you guys this is a moderately popular channel. So thank you guys so much for getting involved and for hitting that like button. Let's see if we can spike the likes for tonight. And KADJ just said, where is Mario? And that's a good question. Whenever Mario comes into the comment section, everybody has to say hi to him, but keep your eyes peeled in the comment section if you see Mario just sneaking in there, because he snuck in last week as well. So if I start seeing hello Mario in the comment section, then I'll know that he's in the house somewhere. So I'm going to be moving on with the show now, and I'm going to be playing the final track of this live stream. And with 35 minutes in, I'm not sure how many likes we got. We kind of took our eye off the ball with the spiking the likes and all that stuff. If you can hit that thumbs up now, it would be much appreciated, because we are really close to 36 minutes. We've only got 10 seconds left, so we need to spike the likes if we're going to get over 200. It looks like we might have already hit 200, 203. It looks like, and 202 in 35 minutes. So thank you for that. That is a new record for the live stream. So you guys are amazing, and thank you for being so quick at hitting that thumbs up, because it really does help the channel, and I really appreciate every single thumbs up that you guys provide on the live stream, but also on the analysis videos as well, because they just really do help the videos to get out there a little bit more. And we've had another donation, and this is Mr. First again. And he says wig, and it's $2 again, so thank you for that, Mr. First. And Mr. First, I think, is maybe jealous of the hair. He thinks that I've got a wig on, and I wish sometimes that I did have a wig, because it would be so much easier just to pop it on. I wouldn't have to wash it and then dry it. And fortunately tonight, the hair is, in my opinion, looking okay. I think it was yesterday, I did a video, and my hair just looked absolutely ridiculous, because sometimes it parts in the middle, sometimes it parts a little bit to the side, and sometimes it just covers my whole forehead. So yeah, a wig would be so much easier, because you could just have it in one position and put it on, and then you just look awesome straight away, and you don't have to dry it or anything. I guess you have to wash it. I'm not obviously an expert in wigs, but I'm assuming that you wash it every day, do you? Or maybe every few days? I don't know. But maybe if somebody does know about wigs, then you can let me know how you look after a wig, because maybe I need that in the future. You never know, but fingers crossed we'll be okay. But anyway, thank you, Mr. First, for that donation. And I'm going to get into this next video. And this is the album version of my track called Greed. And I did have the live version of this that I did on the live stream, but when I was trying to set it up for tonight's show, I couldn't find it anywhere. So the live version of this track is somewhere on my computer or on my old Mac maybe, but I'm going to try and find it so that maybe next week I can throw it in there for the live stream as well, because it's good to have a lot of the tracks from the album and their live versions as well. And just quickly before I get into another video, Nolan says, from one old mediocre guitarist to a great one. So thank you for that, Nolan, and thank you for the compliment as well. Thank you for that donation, and thank you everybody for the donations tonight. It's much appreciated. Let's get into this video. I'm going to be in the comment section, and I'll see you guys after this. Catch you later. Rock.
Now the fire's burning low. See
So that was my track called Greed, and I'm just waiting at the moment to see if the screen's going to come back. There we go. I thought I was just going to be talking through a black screen for the rest of the live stream, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. That was my track called Greed, and you can check that out on my album called Persistence. And we also had another donation during that track, and it was Karen who donated $9.99. Thank you for that, Karen, massively appreciated. And she says, love your breakdowns, would love to hear you sing Year of the Cat with acoustic guitar. So thank you for that suggestion or that request. That would be an interesting one to do because it's such a great track. I think maybe being more hard rock and leaning towards those kind of things and not singer-songwriter, it might be difficult for me to do that track justice, but I could certainly add it to my list, and maybe one day I'll do an acoustic version of Year of the Cat, but that would be a tough one. But thank you so much for that donation. And then we had another one from DM who has donated $1.99, and they say, I'm a proud supporter of free speech. Trump, KAG. So thank you for that. Thank you for the donation. I'm not sure what the message is, but I don't really keep up to date too much with politically driven things, especially over in the USA because I'm in the UK. Even in the UK, I don't really keep up to date with it because I'm so busy doing everything. So thank you for that donation. I'm not sure whether that means anything good or bad, but hopefully it's okay. And now I'm just gonna mention another donation just quickly. Jeff in Lower Alabama has just donated $10, and Jeff says, can we see / here Paris Nord, great show tonight, Phil. So thank you, Jeff. I'm not sure whether I've got Paris Nord available here because I have to load it up before I start the show because it takes me maybe half an hour to get everything ready to go. But I'm gonna have a little look through and see if I can find it. I might be able to find it, but I don't want to just have people watching me looking at a screen trying to find a file in order to play it. So I will have a quick look whilst I talk to see if I can find it, and if I can, I'll click on that before the end of the live stream. If you guys can give a thumbs up, that would be great as well. Even if you're watching this on playback, you can still give it a thumbs up. It really does help the video and the channel to get out there a little bit more. So just to mention in the comment section, tonight we've been unpoliced, so hopefully it's been okay. And maybe, I'm not sure, but let me have a look. I don't think we've got any moderators in the house, or at least I haven't seen anybody in terms of Kathy. I don't think I've seen Kathy in there, and I know that Laurie's not here tonight as well. So maybe we need another moderator. I think certainly in the future we will do, because of the amount of subscribers that are now involved, over 77,000. Now, if you are on Patreon, I'm going to go to Patreon after this live stream, maybe a little bit later tonight, to upload this live stream. But also over there, if you guys can let me know if you're going to be at the live streams regularly so that you can be a moderator on this channel as well. I'll be talking to you guys over on Patreon after this, and hopefully maybe next week we can sort out something so you guys can do it. And Carla is now a moderator, so she's taken over and is now moderating the comment section. So thank you for that, Carla. And now we have got at least one person policing it for tonight, and I know that we needed more than just two anyway, because Laurie and Kathy said that they needed more people as well. So Carla is now another deputy in the moderator team, and hopefully that's going to keep things under control for at least tonight, but then there'll be 3 going next week. So thank you, Carla, for jumping in now at the last minute and saving everybody in the comment section. And we've had another donation, and this is Batfink Reynolds, who's donated $10, and Batfink says, Phil, how did Simon Cowbell treat you on that show? You don't have to answer. If not, answer this instead. What was your first paying gig? Well, Simon Cowbell wasn't on the show that I went on, unfortunately, which would have made it even more interesting. But he wasn't on that, so he owns the show. He just happened to not be on it that time. So yeah, unfortunately, what you don't see on the screen is that the judges of the TV show and the contestants is two totally separate things. They have their own security and their own dressing rooms, and all of the stuff where you see a contestant with a judge, or I'd say they're celebrities, not really judges, but that's all pre-planned, and it's like I guess it's like a scene in a drama or something. It's all set up previously and they act it out, and even to the point where when I was on that show, they tell you what to say to the camera to try and make it more interesting, and generally they'll feed you lines, the same old thing about it means everything to you, this is your last chance, and you know, you've been trying so hard and you really love to do it, it's your life and you've really loved it since being a kid. There's so many lines that they feed you that they want you to say in front of the camera, and also they try and get a story and something that's sad. If they can get you to say something like that, it's even better for the show. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Once you know how it all works behind the scenes, it's just very depressing. But anyway, thank you for that donation. And my first paying gig was probably the live stream that I did. I've never been paid for a gig in my life because I play original music, or at least I used to play original music live in London, but it's a pay-to-play policy, which means that you have to pay the money to play at somebody's venue for then to have that privilege, even though they're making money from your fans buying drinks. So it just is totally the opposite to how it should be. So to answer that, the first paying gig I had was one that I set up myself. Officially, I did have a paid gig for my friend who was called Mark, and it was his wife's birthday, and he just paid me some money at the end of the night, which was very kind, and that was the only paid gig that I ever had. So it wasn't really a proper gig, it was just me playing at a party for my mate. So yeah, that is the answer. I've never been paid for a gig other than ones that I have set up myself. So anyway, we've had another donation, and this has been for $2, and it's Joshua who says rock. So thank you so much for that donation, Joshua. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And just while I have been talking, I've been trying to organize this Paris Nord, which was requested by Jeff earlier in the comment section, in the super chat section. So I'm just quickly going to play this and then I'm going to have to call it a day. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be in the comment section just for this. So we've got a few minutes left. If you can hit that like button whilst this is going on. And we've got Laurie in the house. So hello, Laurie. And she can now join Carla. So Laurie, you have a new deputy, and that is Carla, who has been made a moderator for tonight and forever into the future. So now there's 3 policing that comment section on the live streams. So thank you for tuning in, Laurie. Good to see you, and thank you everybody else. Let's get into this track, and this was requested by Jeff. It's Paris Nord. I think this is just going to be the album track. Hopefully this works, because I have been trying to do this whilst talking, and hopefully it won't totally mess up. But I'll see you guys after this. Rock.
No stuck in a world of regret. And it's 9:35. I'm not happy, but I feel alive. So much I wanted to say, but now it's too late. Find a way, find a way, spend the night with you in Paris Road. So afraid you left me there. Took the 9:35 from Paris Road.
So that was my track called Paris Nord, and that was requested by Jeff actually in the live stream. So that's the first time that that's happened, and I've actually had it available that I could find and then play. So thank you for requesting that, and I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That's again on the album Persistence, and just type that in, Wings of Pegasus Persistence, on iTunes, Amazon, or just go to wingsofpegasus.com and you'll be able to find it in the store section. So there was a question that went through, and I think it was Heidi that asked why Paris Nord and not Paris North. And Paris Nord was the name, and still is the name, of the station where the what's it called, the Eurotunnel train thing, Eurostar, is it still called that? I'm not sure, but that goes into Paris all the way from England, so it means that you can be in Paris really quickly, maybe just an hour or something, maybe even less than that. So I was on that train and I went to see a band called Winger in Paris, and whilst waiting for so long, because I think me and my friend that I went with, who was the guitarist in my band at the time, he's on the live stream videos in the background, that's Griff, and we were waiting at the station, and we just had so much time because we missed our train that we were supposed to get when we went back, so we had to wait for ages, and that's where I started writing, and we started writing this song. We didn't actually start writing this song, it was a totally different song, because there was a jingle that they played on the PA system at the station, and then we thought, oh, it'd be great to write a song with this jingle in it, and it just turned out it was absolutely rubbish and didn't happen. So that somehow led into this track that I've now got that I wrote called Paris Nord, and it's just because I was at that station and just decided to call it that. But also it was something that, because being at the station, you can imagine something happening, like a scenario, somebody leaving another person, and it just started to write itself and wrote itself probably in about 5 minutes, the whole song. So sometimes that's what happens. You'll be trying to write a song for ages, and then one will come along and it just happens in 5 minutes and you've got a whole song. Obviously it takes a lot longer to record it in the studio and to make it into a fully produced song, but you've got all the melody and all the chords and everything in about 5 minutes. But anyway, that is a long explanation as to why it's called Paris Nord and not Paris North. But I'm going to have to call it a night now for the live stream. We've been going for almost an hour, so it's been a long one tonight. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight and for hitting that like button. If we can have a final spike of the likes, that would be great. I think we made it. We've got 256 likes apparently, so thank you everybody for hitting that thumbs up. And if you can also hit that thumbs up if you're watching this on playback, that would be great as well, because it all does help a lot. So I'm going to be on Patreon a little bit later when I upload this video over there, and I'll be chatting to you guys, and maybe it's going to be the case that just Carla's needed as a moderator at the moment, but I'll talk with you guys over there. You know who you are, my patrons over on Patreon, so I'll sort that out, and also I'll tell you what I've been up to in terms of designing this new logo for the shirts, because it's been a bit of a long process and it's still ongoing at the moment because I've had lots and lots of stuff that I've been doing, but hopefully I will see you guys next week if you guys are still around. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and thank you Laurie as well, because she just popped into the comment section right at the end. And thank you for all the requests over on Patreon as well. If you want to get involved yourself and request anything for the live stream, or have your name going along the bottom of the screen during the live stream, head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, and there should be something that I've got that I can put up on the screen in order for you guys to actually see the link, and there it is. So that's the site to go to get your name on the screen, and also to get involved with other stuff, and also request any songs that you want to hear on the live stream, and any of my original stuff as well. But that's where you need to go to. Hopefully that link has worked and you guys could read it. But I'm going to call it a day now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you also everybody who donated tonight in the live stream, in the super chat section, because it's massively appreciated and it makes such a difference, every one of those donations. So thank you guys, and thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for watching the analysis videos and for commenting, and we'll see what we can do in the future with the analysis videos, because I'm determined to make one with maybe an artist that I am going to be analysing in the video and get their input as well, because I think that would be cool, and certainly things are in place for that to be able to happen in the future, so it would be good if that happens, and it'd just be a cool thing, I think, for the channel to make an analysis video a little bit different. But anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm gonna see you guys at the next analysis video. I'll be in the comments section as always. I'm gonna be over on Patreon a little bit later, but if I don't see you guys on Patreon or the analysis videos, then I will see you at the same time and the same place next week at the live stream. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. Rock!